Chosen one, I know a secret about your future, a specific moment today when everything shifts for you. If you skip this, you'll miss the sign. Pause for a moment and listen with your spirit, not your ears. You didn't just happen to be here. God brought you here by divine appointment, at the right time spiritually, at a time that heaven has already marked. Strange things don't happen in the world of God. And this meeting isn't a coincidence. You are on the verge of a shift that has been waiting for you because something holy has come together. Dear chosen one, this is not everyday time. It is time for Kairos. Now is the right time for things that were put off to start moving. When things that were hidden come to light. When the things that were promised start to happen. Ephesians 3:1 tells us that there is a time for everything and a season for every purpose under heaven. And your season starts right now. You are closer than you think, anointed one. What God has said will come true. As it says in Habakkuk 23, the vision is waiting for the right time, but it will come, and it will not wait. Heaven knows the exact moment to act, even if it seems sudden or out of the blue. Prepare your heart, chosen one. There will be something holy soon. Today, not tomorrow, not in theory. In this moment, change starts to happen, where God acts quickly and your life changes based on His plans. Picked. Nothing stays the same when heaven steps in. This is neither a moving poem nor a soothing phrase. This is a law of spirit. Every part of your life starts to change when God puts His hand on it. As you look at it from the very top down, your crown is turning into a living testimony, a clear sign that the supernatural has entered your story. What some people might think of as normal, heaven has made holy. And what everyone else missed, God is now making holy. Picked one. Your hair may look like it has no meaning, but in the spirit world, it does. It's a sign from the prophets, a place where people can connect and where alignment starts. There are some deepest changes that never make a big deal out of themselves. That spot is your crown. Don't forget that you are being touched right now. That's why I want to talk about real life instead of theory. In my own life, there was a time when everything seemed out of place. The doors opened, but something wasn't right. Even when people were being positive, conversations felt heavy. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't feel like I knew the person there. I knew what God was making me into. I didn't know what was wrong, but something inside me felt off. Then, during a quiet prayer time, I felt a soft warmth touch the top of my head. It wasn't exciting. It was even, steady, and unmistakable, and soon after, things became clear again. My decisions got better. My feelings calmed down. My energy leveled off. It was like God had untangled something at the core of my alignment. After that, everything else in my life went as planned. Picked one. You are going through that right now. From the crown down, heaven is healing you. Your crown will straighten up again when it is touched. Your vision gets better. Your crown isn't just for looks. In a spiritual way, it has been a target because of that. Things like stress, exhaustion, emotional strain, shame, comparison, and spiritual warfare did not just happen. These were planned attacks meant to throw you off balance and weaken your authority. But pay close attention, chosen one. Heaven is taking back every attack one strand at a time, root by root. You have a calmer mind. You sleep better now. You have better feelings. This isn't making things up. This is called impartation. What stress and sadness tried to take away and break is being fixed in heaven. Your crown stands for power, covering, and calling. Shame is going away. Heaviness is leaving. Some old lies are coming to an end. It's not just hair growth. You are becoming more whole. The Bible says that there is a time when God says, now, not soon or in the end. Right now is one of those times. As you step through this window, heaven speeds up what was delayed. Not only is a supernatural transfer being planned for money, but also for spirit. Alignment leads to promotion. Clarity comes before increase. Heaven doesn't pour new wine into a vessel that isn't ready for it. That's why God is beginning with the crown. As this work goes on, keep this in mind. Not only is healing going on, but it is also resurrection. Something that seemed to be sleeping is waking up again. Before he opens the door, he makes the mind stronger. Before giving out the assignment, he lines up the crown. And when alignment comes back, provision will happen naturally. Heaven has begun a task that will not be finished. This is something you can be sure of as you move forward. God will not give up on you. He is now beginning to show you what he has been planning all along. Pick it. Heaven keeps working at the level of your crown before anything else changes that you can see. God always talks about alignment before giving tasks and identity, before giving more. If your crown starts to move, it means that heaven is getting you ready for something big that can't be built on doubt, stress, or spiritual weariness. This is why what you're going through feels both soft and strong at the same time. Heaven is resetting your balance so that you can rise. I want to be clear and not mysterious here. When God gets someone ready for a supernatural transfer, like a job, money, or spiritual power, he starts by making them stronger on the inside. Fear comes from having money without a name. Promotion that isn't clear puts pressure on people. Without alignment, influence leads to collapse. That's why your crown is being touched by heaven now. God is making sure that when the doors open, you won't run away in fear or hurt yourself. You are not late, chosen one. You're not behind. You are not out of the running. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. I remember that time of year well. I remember praying that things would move, but God told me to stay still. I wanted answers, but heaven was busy on the inside. Your spirit has started to trust again, but you might not have fully noticed it. You're open again. You're having another child. That's not being weak. That's being ready. This restoration has a financial side to it as well. I want to be careful and honest about how I say this. Your blessing from God is not a way to avoid taking care of things. He is giving you resources so that you can finish your assignment. Help is on the way because purpose is calling. It is decision making that God restores when He restores the crown. You'll see that your choices get better. The chances look better. You'll be able to tell which doors bring peace and which ones bring stress. With this skill, you'll be able to spot fake blessings that look good, but make you feel bad. This is something I learned the hard way. I once took a chance just because it looked like the right thing to do. It made me lose peace. In the end, God taught me that not every open door comes from heaven. Because of that, discernment has been my best quality, chosen one. You are now getting that asset to work for you. Your crown is becoming more aware of the truth. It comes with clarity, and you can feel that clarity now. You are changing the way you see yourself. It wasn't blown up or down, it was just right. Chosen one, you are being set up for a time when you need to have faith without fear, confidence without arrogance, and authority without having to explain yourself. So, heaven is putting your crown back on. When it comes, what's coming will make sense. Trust the process until then. Believe in the timing. Believe in the God who never starts something He doesn't finish. Picked. As this alignment goes on, there is a very important thing you need to know so that you don't get the wrong idea about how you feel. It often feels like pressure before it feels like peace when heaven is about to give you a blessing that will change your path. That kind of pressure is not an opposition. It means growth. You are being pushed to accept things that your old way of thinking couldn't hold. This is why you might feel restless sometimes, paired with times of deep peace. God is making you bigger. I remember a time when my life seemed calm on the outside. Still, I had the feeling that something was building inside me. It wasn't something I could name, but I could feel it. I asked God over and over again why nothing was moving. He showed me that things were moving, but not in the direction I thought they were going. He was changing me on the inside so I wouldn't break when momentum hit. That lesson changed the way I always think about silence. Picked. Lack of noise does not mean absence. Most of the time, the best work is done in silence. These aren't changes in who you are. This is a sign of getting ready. Also, there is a separation happening, which can be awkward. Some connections might not feel right. Some conversations might wear you down. Some places may feel loud or chaotic all of a sudden. Picked. Do not follow things that no longer make sense. People aren't leaving you. You are becoming clearer. Your crown is also learning to hold back. You won't feel like you have to defend your choices or explain yourself as much. This will be useful for the coming season. Now pay close attention, chosen one. What is coming is not weak. When something comes from God, it brings peace, even if it makes you work hard. That peace will show you that you're right. I want you to let go of your fear of failing. This is not the time to be afraid. You're not just hoping. You are responding at just the right time. If nothing bad was going to happen, heaven wouldn't prepare you this much. Getting ready is proof in itself. As this segment comes to a close, I want you to ground yourself in trust. Not waiting passively, but giving up. Stay in line, be aware, and be humble. What God is doing will not only make you happy, it will also make other people happy through you. In order to get ready, everything has been very precise. Listen up, chosen one. You're almost there. Heaven is stable, and the time is right. What's about to happen will explain the wait. Now there is another layer coming out, and you need to be aware of it. When God starts getting someone ready for supernatural growth, He teaches them how to receive without fear. Before the hands can hold more, the mind needs to rest. I remember a time when I finally had a chance after a long time of struggling. But instead of being excited, I was nervous. Later, I understood that God wasn't testing how hard I could work, but how much I could trust Him. I knew how to survive well, but receiving felt strange. God showed me gently that blessing doesn't need stress. It needs to be lined up, picked. This is where you are now. This is how your spirit learns to stay calm when doors open. Your nervous system is learning that growth does not always mean danger. At this point, there is also a financial aspect to it. It's important that you hear this without fear or fantasy. God's provision doesn't always come in the form of quick cash. Clear thinking, easy access, favor with the right people, and being taken away from places that were quietly draining you are some of the ways it can show up. Alignment leads to money, not desperation. This pattern keeps showing up for me. Once my inner world became stable, opportunities came to me on their own. Conversations changed, timing worked out, and ideas started to make money. This is the wonderful secret of alignment. When the crown is put back on, decisions are easier to make, and easier decisions lead to more money. There is also a small change in identity going on. You are starting to see yourself differently. You are not better than other people, but you are becoming more aware of your role. You are becoming aware that you were never meant to fit in. It may feel lonely at times to realize this, but it will only last for a short time. God always separates people before He brings them together on a deeper level. If you are the chosen one, don't rush the reveal. What's being built in you needs time, not speed. Chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes tells us that everything has its time, and that wise people know when to move and when to stay still. These are signs from God. Respect them. They are helping you stay healthy and not get burned out. You might notice that your prayers are different as this work goes on. They will get easier, quieter, and more willing to give up. This is not distance, but maturity. Take some time to think about this part. There's no need to hurry. You're not behind. You are being checked out. You won't be afraid. You won't have to force yourself. And you won't lose yourself when the next door opens. Chosen one, you are being raised to a higher level right now. And you need to make sure you understand it right so you don't fight what is actually keeping you safe. Heaven is taking some of your stress away so you can move with confidence, strength, and clarity. I remember a time in my own life when God started taking away old habits and comforts I turned to for years. It felt strange at first. Things that used to make me happy no longer do. Things that used to help me deal with things now felt empty. At first, I thought something was wrong with me, but then I realized there was nothing wrong at all. It was getting ready. Pick it. You might be feeling the same way right now. You are growing out of habits that used to feel normal to you. God is making your hunger stronger so that when the real thing comes along, you don't settle for something less than perfect. When heaven is getting ready to let go of something important, it trains your spirit to know what really fits and what doesn't. Along with this, your integrity is getting stronger. God is getting you ready to have impact without losing who you are. Power that isn't based on honesty always falls apart. And heaven won't let you be raised without first making you stronger. Picked. Before capacity grows, character is always put to the test. You might also notice that the things you say have more weight now. Everybody listens in their own way. Sometimes, even small talk can have big effects. Don't make more noise. You're more clear. This shift happened to me personally. There was a time when I felt like no matter how hard I tried, no one could see me. I tried to show how valuable I was to be seen. Then, something changed after a time of giving up and getting in touch with myself. It stopped being important to me to be noticed. And all of a sudden, people started asking me for advice. That's how God works. When you stop trying, favor starts. Chosen one, make sure you understand this. Favor isn't a guess. It reacts to being lined up. More doors will open for you as you become more whole. This includes doors to money, doors to relationships, and doors to creativity. But these doors will open when you are ready to take charge of them. Not just get them. Being too much for you is not what God wants. His goal is to keep you going. There is also a humility that is rooted in you. Wisdom now sits back and watches. This time of year, you might want to keep things simple. Less noise, cleaner spaces, and more defined lines. This is not cashing out. Their method is not the same as yours. Heaven is right there with you. Scripture tells us that God makes things happen quickly when the time is right. For that speed, you need to be ready. You are getting ready now in ways you might not fully understand yet. There may be times this season when it feels very quiet or even lonely. Not being busy is not the same as being quiet. Roots grow when no one is around. Where there are no cheers, strength grows. What God is putting together in you now will help what He lets out later. As this part ends, let peace be your confirmation. Not just thrills, but also peace. Peace is the sign that things are in order. If there is peace, there is heaven. Believe in the pruning. You are being trained on purpose, And what God is teaching you will need honesty, clarity, humility, and calm authority. All of it is being built up now. Chosen one. This is the point where a lot of people get impatient because they feel like the change inside them is complete, but the confirmation outside hasn't fully shown up yet. But pay attention to this. Internal alignment always comes before acceleration that can be seen. Heaven moves from the inside out. In my own journey, there was a time when I felt ready to move on. Still, it looked like nothing around me had changed. I had already done it. I had given up the habits, let go of the ties that held me back, and welcomed the quiet. The door still wasn't open. I didn't know at the time that God wasn't waiting for things to happen. Picked. You are getting stronger while you learn how to wait. That is a skill that not many people learn. Most people either move quickly or stop talking. But you are learning how to stay present, loyal, and hopeful without trying to change what will happen. This sit-up is strong. It keeps you open without making you anxious, hopeful, desperate, sure of yourself, or in charge. During this time, you and God are also building a strong bond of trust. Trust someone based on facts, not feelings. You can already see how He has led you, kept you safe, and changed your path when you look back. There is a big change going on with your sense of self. You are no longer judging yourself by what you don't have or what you're going to get. You're starting to live from who you already are. You are clearly growing out of old habits. That is growing up. That is building authority. There is also a financial alignment going on, which might not look very big yet, but is very important. Before letting go, God often teaches stewardship. You might become more aware of how you use your time, energy, and resources. I remember how hard it was to learn this lesson. I once prayed very hard for a financial breakthrough. But when it came along, I wasn't organized enough to take advantage of it. God was wise and kind at the same time. I wouldn't mess up what I had asked for, so He slowed me down. I'm thankful for every delay that taught me how to be disciplined now that I look back. Training is not the same as punishment. It gets you ready for freedom. You might also notice that your gut feeling is getting stronger. Once it took weeks to make a choice. Now it only takes moments. This is not being impulsive. You can feel it. A Bible verse says that God makes everything beautiful at the right time. That beauty includes the timing of it. You're not as far away as you think. It's not empty where you are now. It feels charged, like right before a seed bursts open in the ground. There is something coming together that we can't see yet, but also can't stop. Don't change your routines. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to small cues. Small acts of obedience get you ready for big changes. Heaven keeps an eye on how you handle what can't be seen before it lets what can be seen out. As this part comes to a close, keep your confidence strong. Not cocky confidence, but calm confidence. The kind that doesn't need to be reassured. The kind that knows God hasn't forgotten, put things off, or changed His mind. You're not ready for life to start. Life is already reacting to the person you are changing into. Chosen one, stay steady. It's almost time. Heaven is exact. And what is happening will come to you at the right time, not a second early. Chosen one, you are in a holy transition that can't be hurried, explained, or forced. This is the point at which quiet preparation turns into positioning, where you start to feel sure about everything God has been shaping inside you. During my own journey, I remember being in a similar spot where nothing exciting seemed to be happening on the outside. Still, something inside me felt very stable. I stopped looking for signs or asking God for reassurance all the time. I stopped being afraid of old things. Even though no one knew what was going on, there was a calm that came from trust. I didn't know what was going to happen next yet. I was sure I was ready, though. That inner readiness was what made the difference. It feels like wisdom, picking to be still overreacting. Heaven knows just the right time for someone to not only receive a blessing, but also keep it going without losing who they are. That's the work that's happening inside you right now. Things that used to scare you might not bother you as much now. Things that used to make me anxious now seem manageable. Conversations that used to drain you don't do that as much now. Picked. Don't be shocked if people start to treat you differently. Some people may show respect all of a sudden that they never did before. Some people may pull away without giving a reason. Both results are good in their own ways. I found out this the hard way. There were people who were there for me when things were hard. But they couldn't be there when things were clear. That hurt at first. I found out later that it was for safety. God was making it clear who could see the next chapter without getting in the way. Being wise helps you protect what God is planting in you. It lets you pick depth over comfort and alignment over familiarity. You're not getting farther away. God gives power to people who value it more than attention. You might notice that upset doesn't last as long as it used to. You get better faster when things don't go as planned. You feel things, but you don't spiral. This is building emotional authority. That way, you can stay open without being weak, hopeful, desperate, sure of yourself, or controlling. I remember how it felt to pray and not get an answer. Over time, they turned into proof of safety. We didn't see things that way until we had built trust. And God is now building trust in you, but not a loud trust. Not a big faith, but a quiet knowing that doesn't freak out when plans change. Chosen one, you feel a quiet courage rising inside you. With this courage, you'll know what to do when the next door opens, because that door will need smarts, not gut feelings. On top of that, you are learning how to make quick decisions. When you get it, you act. That's why haste has been taken away from you. You might feel more thankful in places where you used to be angry. Thankfulness for both good things and bad things that happen. It tells you, but it doesn't make you who you are. Pick it. Nothing you went through was pointless. Every delay made you better. For something so small, God doesn't prepare people this well. Precision always comes before importance. What's coming needs stability, humility, and smarts. You now have all three with you. As this part comes to an end, let this truth sink deep into your heart. You're not stopped. You are in place. You are not forgotten. You have their trust. Stay ready to give up. The movement you've been feeling is real, and it's getting closer and closer. You won't be able to spot it by chaos, but by peace. You have a firm sense of who you are, and whatever comes next will happen without any force, fear, or confusion. You're ready to take a calm, authoritative step forward. Now that God has done something inside you, you should live it, not think about it. This is the point where faith stops practicing and starts walking. There is nothing fragile or new here for you to step into. It is what it is. This authority comes through in the way you act, how you handle stress, and how you move when you don't need to. You're not responding to life anymore. You are responding from a place of alignment. Everything will be different because of that. When I went through this phase, I remember that nothing around me said, breakthrough, at first. In fact, it felt like nothing was unusual. But I could tell on the inside that I wasn't second guessing every choice I made. I believed in my judgment. I believed the breaks. The nudges made sense to me. When I least expected it, resistance went away. That's what happens when alignment is lived out. Chosen one. You may feel like you don't need to explain yourself as much. This kind of confidence comes from knowing, not from proving. The next time you speak, you'll mean it. It will be clean when you move now. People who are afraid of the future are also letting go deeply. You don't look for threats as often as you used to. Your nerves have learned that God is a safe place to be. You can't be led by fear anymore when trust has taken root. The next season of Chosen One will ask you to show up fully, not just right. It was never necessary to be perfect. Things that are yours will follow you as you move. There will be times when the old you tries to come back, especially when you're in a place you've never been before. Do not fight it too hard. Being patient comes naturally. You know that you shouldn't try to get there on time. It's something you work together on. Together, we can make things easier in places that felt blocked before. The doors will open not because you worked harder, but because you were ready. Chosen One financial opportunities and connections will start to respond to the order inside you. When provision comes, it won't be too much for you. You can wear it. Pay attention to how peace goes along with the choices you make. Now that there is peace, go ahead. When peace comes back, this simple habit will keep you from taking unneeded side trips. You are also moving into a time when your presence will minister without you having to do anything. Just stay true to yourself. Being real is the best way to show authority. Picked one. During this phase, don't forget how important consistency is. Small acts of faithfulness will add up quickly. What seems normal right now will have extraordinary results in the future. Heaven is watching how you handle the quiet before it makes the visible louder. It lets God trust you with answers that come over time instead of right away. Don't hold on to any need for approval as you move forward. It's already true about you. You have already been picked. You're already in line. It's possible to get approval from other people, but it's no longer necessary to move. You're living as the real you. Be humble and sure of yourself as you carry this awareness. Walk slowly but steadily. You're all set. Heaven agrees with you. What happens from now on will prove what your spirit already knows. As the last breath of this holy word is taken, Chosen One, let your spirit take in and hold on to this eternal truth. You're not leaving this moment the same way you came in. Heaven lightly touched your crown on purpose with a divine plan and an amazing assignment. And what started above your head right now will continue to show up in your life with holy accuracy, unstoppable momentum, and the clear mark of God's hand. Your kairos is where you are now. This is the best kind of divine orchestration. The anointing that has been put on your crown is not poetic form or symbolic language. You can use it. It's moving. It's taking in air. In both seen and unseen worlds it works. Beloved one, know this. Right now, covenant is on your head. It's not just a temporary cover. It is a permanent appointment. God didn't just anoint your crown to make you feel better while you were waiting. When it was your time to walk with full authority, He anointed your crown. You are being sent out now not as someone who wants breakthrough, but as someone who already has it. Not as someone who wants favor, but as someone who wears favor. You are not who you were because of what you lost. The light that is now coming from inside you defines you. From now on, your crown will speak for you every place you go, even when you're not there. That thing will speak of God's goodness before you even speak. Before you walk into a room, it will let people know you're there. Chosen one, now lift your head and walk forward with deep faith. As time goes on, each step you take will bring you closer to the things that heaven has spoken over your life and make them come true more fully. Right now, something is moving toward you for a reason. It's not a coincidence. It has been given. It is meant to be. It is a divine transfer sent straight from the throne room. It was made just for you, with your name on it and the approval of heaven. The doors that are about to open for you were planned for you before the world was even made. The people who are about to find you were meant to meet at this very moment. The thing that is going to find you already has your spiritual address written on it. This is my prayer: may the peace of God, which is beyond our understanding, guard your mind and settle every anxious thought. May supernatural clarity fill your mind and shine a light on every choice you have to make. May holy strength come from deep inside you and make you strong for everything that's to come. I pray that you feel an overwhelming joy that you can't explain or deny. May this joy fill your soul and stay with you always. And may every step you take mean something to the spiritual world, telling it that you were chosen. Your name has been chosen. And the Most High God loves you deeply, infinitely, and forever. Keep this truth in mind and let it help you hold on to what God restores. He doesn't take it back. If God crowns something, He never takes it off. What the Lord anoints, He doesn't leave. You have been marked. You'll be okay. You are sealed. If this word makes you feel something deep inside, say it out loud in the comments. These words make my crown rise. And if you feel like this is a holy place meant for your soul's journey, then it is. Keep this link open so you don't miss what heaven continues to say, show, and release here until we meet again in this holy space. Be blessed, chosen one. Protect yourself. Stay in sync with the flow of heaven. Don't forget that your crown isn't going away. It's not going dim. It is not getting weaker. Your crown is going up. Your crown is getting taller. The glory of God shines from your crown. Take a walk in your blessing. You are protected by heaven. The complete guide every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me, because as this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided e-books and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step.